John, how dialed in did you feel, especially in that second period?
Yeah, I mean, I just think we're just trying to play consistent. Like I said a few days ago, I mean, we just want to go out there every night and play our game, stick to our game plan, be consistent, and we've been doing a good job of that.
You guys have been so successful in overtime here recently. What do you think what's behind that?
I think we're playing with confidence. I mean, obviously we got Cat scoring a few, but I mean, there's guys that step up each time, and we got skilled guys that can make play. I mean, down the list. I mean, you need guys that win faceoffs. Lark's won a bunch there tonight, and just being able to keep possession and keep the tired guys out there, I thought it was a great job.
What does it do for a team when you have back-to-back penalty kills like you had there early in the second?
Yeah, I mean, you just got to kill them off and keep the momentum on your side. And I thought we did a good job clearing the pucks, moving traffic in front, and killing penalties off.
What did you like about how your team appeared confident in a low-scoring, low-event game?
Yeah, I mean, I think we're fine no matter which game we play. I mean, obviously we know it's going to be tighter as we keep going, so we got to be more comfortable in those games, and I thought we did a great job tonight.
Divvy, in your eyes, how has this team been building on each game? It seems like every game you guys are, making those strides that you wanted to.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's just about being consistent. I know I keep saying it a lot, but being consistent night in and night out and bring in the same effort, and I think when you do that, you usually get rewarded and good things happen, so hopefully we can just keep it going.
It's been a few years since you played in playoff ice. How energizing is that, and what does that do for your group?
Yeah, I mean, that's why I came here. I want to help them get to playoffs, and that's the spot we're in. I mean, I think you ask anybody around, they'd be more than happy to be in this spot, and I am too, so definitely not going to take it for granted, but there's still a long way left, and hopefully we can just keep grinding it out.
And John, that penalty shot, basically the mindset's the same thing as a shootout, more or less.
Yeah, just got to save the puck. I mean, obviously got a little lucky there that he fumbled it, or I don't really know what happened, but take the win, win's the win.
Did you see the success you guys have had in overtime this season? What do you think's behind that?
I couldn't really. Maybe confidence.
And you have no sleep.
Good legs. I think the chemistry seems to be with Ray and I going over the boards first, and sometimes it's a little bit stale at first, and no one really breaks it open, and then Cat and Copper come out, and then Kaner and really whoever's playing well, and it's pretty dangerous. Three combos, and seems to be working, and that's my theory is we got good chemistry between the pairs that go out.
What can you say about Moritz too? I mean, his performance in overtime.
Yeah, that's a diesel right there, and he's got the diesel engine, and he chases. I'm sure you guys see it. He chases us like that in practice all the time, and I knew when he started chasing Cowan that he was gonna get the puck, because he does it. He plays like that. He's starting in training camp all the way, every day really, and strong stick, strong skater, and I almost put it in the corner, but I caught up to it and was able to finish off. I would like to have gone back to him to reward him for all the hard work, but ran out of real estate.
Just the John in the second period, especially those two penalty kills.
Yeah, massive. Especially I'd break my stick, and we're pretty much 5-on-3, and then after that they get hemmed in there, and they're a dangerous unit, and they get their looks, and they're around the net, and Tavares is so good and tight, so he was really a difference maker, like he has been for the last months.
I know individual stats probably not at the front of mind, but 12th overtime winner, told to tie Fedorov for most OT winners in franchise history. Teams been around a long time. It's a big deal. What does that mean to you?
Yeah. I think it's an asterisk, because if he had 3-on-3 overtime, it would be no one would be catching that. But it's cool to be a part of history, and it's nice to win. So they're big goals. Important points, and a lot of times I'm getting a nice pass or a nice play like Mo did tonight, so it's nice to cap it off there.
Dylan, a couple of those in this building, does it still feel as special as it did early?
Yeah, always. I do. My Nana was here tonight again, and something about her. She always brings good luck, and so it is special, and to have those moments. And as I'm talking to you, I gotta go see her. So yeah, it's always special playing here.
Can I just ask you one last one? Just
Yeah.
how much fun this hockey is at this time of year? Because you've been here quite a while, but to be in this race and just to have the confidence you guys have.
Yeah, I mean, it is. I think there's also maybe a shift in mentality with our team of, yes, winning is fun. Coming to the rink when you're winning is way better than when you're losing, but I think our team is pushing for more and maybe not even satisfied with where we're at. And that's Todd and Jan's coming in and creating that environment of pushing and pushing, and I think we've responded well to it, and it's been kind of interesting. We're in this position, and it feels like we're pushing even harder than we have before.
Thanks so much for you guys. What did you like most about the way you guys battled this one on the tight scoring game tonight?
As we've been saying in the team, we need to compete, and we do that all the time. It's a tough barn to come in and play, and to grab 2 points here is huge. It's just show the mentality in the group right now.
You guys have had a lot of success in overtime this season, Simon. What do you think is behind that?
No, I think overtime is hard. It's a grind. You wanna score, but you can't let up any goals, and that's just the mindset that we've been going into, and we don't try to force anything. And when the opportunity comes, we take it. And you can see all those goals that we've been scoring. Like Cat has been scoring a lot, and Larkin today, Ray. We have those players that can score at the end, and when they have the opportunity to score, they score.
How comfortable has this group become in tight late games?
I think the issue is comfortable. We feel good. Of course, we believe in each other, and that's the biggest part in overtime. You have a good feeling coming into it, but you can't be too comfortable. It's probably their best players out there all the time in 3-on-3, so it can go quick, and we try to stay poised and confident.
Speaking of comfortable, do you feel this is some of your best stretch of hockey you've had in your career?
What's that?
Is this some of the best hockey you've played in your career right now, you think?
I feel like it's been a little bit up and down, of course. It's been a lot of minutes, and that's new for me to play that much, and tight schedule as well. So I'm new to that, but I feel like I get the confidence from the coach, and that means a lot. I get the confidence in players to be out there at the end, and that means a lot as well over time. So I just try to put my body on the line and try to do the best for the team out there, actually.
Simon, how energizing is it for a team to be in this position at this point in the season? I mean, the race is so tight.
The playoff race started after game 30, I feel like. So, of course, to be on this side, I'd rather be on this side than bottom. So, it's just we got to keep grinding. We know, like 10 games up and down. We can be 10 spot after 10 games. So, we know how important every game is, especially these games over here. So. Feels really nice to come here and grab 2 points.
John's won 7 in a row and then 16 in his last 18. What have you made of how well John's played lately?
I don't want to hype him up too much, but I think he's a Vecina. Like, wow, that's the right Vecina, right?
Yeah.
Vesna, yeah. He's been unreal. Like, look at the stats, look at the saves he made today. Like, what a goalie that is. I have all the confidence in him that he's gonna perform where we need him the most, and he's been doing that. So, hopefully he doesn't read this. I don't want him to have this against me. But wow, what a goalie!
I mean, there's been some injuries on the Swedish defense, and your name's kind of been bandied about. What would it mean for you to even be considered for that team and whatnot?
Olympics is probably the biggest thing you can play, right? So the honor to represent your country in that would be huge. So you can only hope, right? And it would be a great honor to do that.
You guys have so much success lately, or this season basically, Todd, in overtime. What would you attribute that to?
I think we're a team that's good off the rush. I think we skate fairly well, and those are two attributes that you need in overtime. We're normally a pretty good face-off team, so you can start with possession. And, that would be it. There's really no secret sauce or anything like that. It's just finding a way to win those important games.
The goaltending, I mean, John Gibson, especially in the second period, especially on those 2 penalty kills.
Yeah, more of the same. We've seen it now for 2 months. They gained a lot of momentum on those 2 penalty kills. I think they had 9 shots on goal or something, so he was very busy. We had trouble winning a draw and then trouble clearing, broke a stick. So just about anything that could go wrong did go wrong, but he was there for us to make the saves when he needed to. And there were still times during the game, 2 5-on-5, where he had to make some big ones. But I thought the goaltending overall in the game was really good. I thought Wall also gave his team a chance to win. So pretty evenly played game, pretty entertaining game, and we're happy we're moving on.
What did that mean to get the tying goal late in the first period?
Well, no, it always, if you can get into a break and feel pretty good about your game for the most part. We weren't happy with the way we gave up the first goal, and then had some chances after that. Caught them holding line or pinching, if you will, and we're able to take the rush and get it. So now you come in after the first, you're on the road, you're tied up. There's a little more positivity that's going through the locker room versus being down by 1. But from there on, it was pretty even.
How do you think Edvinsson's handled the bigger role, the bigger minutes, the bigger responsibility?
Probably as well as he possibly could.
Okay.
For the most part, there's moments in Simon's game you want to create a little bit of intensity, but overall, you got to look at the whole picture and what he's presented to himself, his teammates, to the coaching staff night after night. He's been very good.
So as soon as he saw Moritz pursuing Cowan, he knew that he was going to get the turnover. Like, what goes through your head, and I guess what more can you say about Moritz and the impact he's had?
Well, he played a hell of a game today. We talked about his engine this morning, and we saw it again today. Mo, perhaps, I think it was Cowan, perhaps surprised him a little bit. All of a sudden, the defenseman's up on you, and he's not going away. And he was strong, heavy on him, and Larks read the play perfectly.
Do you have to shake your head a little bit? Just, it's another typical Atlantic Division game. Everybody gets a point. I mean,
yeah, we just looked in because it's, we're watching scores now a little bit, and when I last looked, I think Pittsburgh was winning, Philadelphia was winning, like not just the Atlantic, but the East seems to be winning night in and night out. So you got to take care of your own business. No one's going to help you.
Are you getting to that point, Todd, that you kind of are starting getting to look at the points in the standings a little bit? Not as you're maybe insinuating, and maybe I'm wrong assuming that, but no, not at that point. We're taking care of our own games, but we always come in and open up our phones and see what else is going on in the league, and tonight's no different.
How much of a shift do you see in the mentality of this group from a year ago at this time, where there was also some push, but Dylan talked about how he doesn't feel like you guys are satisfied with this?
Well, we shouldn't be. We should feel good about ourselves, but satisfied is not a very good word to be thrown around right now. We have a lot of work that we need to still put in, and it's equated to a boxing match. If you drop your guard and somebody throws a big punch at you, it'll take you a while to get off the mat, and that's not what we want. We want to build our game day in and day out. I think the resiliency in the group and the belief is where it needs to be now. And with that respect we've earned, it comes with responsibility, and that's a tough thing to hold up to.